Hello, welcome to Pour Folks. I'm Sean.
I'm Seamus.
And today we're doing our first pour decisions. So we both chose one of the various whiskeys that we have available to us, and we poured them for the other person.
Right.
And basically our pour decisions idea is to sort of test our palate and the nose and stuff, and just for fun, see if we can get a little bit better at sort of this blind tasting.
We were going to call it pour guesses, but that was taken. So
Yeah.
so pour decisions. So what we're getting scored on is if we're able to tell the proof, the primary grain, a secondary grain, and then if it's age stated or not, if we can put an age on it, whether it's finished or not, and if it is finished, what is that finish that's used, and then the distiller, the label, and then we total up the points. It's really just for fun. I don't know how we're gonna do because I know me, I am not that great at blinds, but this is just for fun, and we're gonna keep score, and we're gonna try to do this once a month, the first show of each month. Try it and see how it goes. We're not sure what the prize will be for the winner or the
one who's less bad.
the loser that what they need to do. So I don't know if we're doing this to win something or to not have to do something. Let us know in the comments if you've got an idea of what we can do. Keep it clean though, okay? We each filled these in, and we actually did this a while ago. So
March.
mine's like a month and a half ago, and so hopefully I remember what it was, which I believe I've got it. So I'm pretty sure. So
I hope so, because it kind of defeats the purpose if you...
Well, it'd be amazing if you actually pick what I believe it to be, and it could be something. Then it doesn't matter. That would be funny. Yeah. Anyway, so I guess we should get to trying and seeing how we do, right?
Yeah.
So I'll let you pour yours, and I'll pour mine.
Okay.
Again, this is something that Sean picked for me, and that's something I picked for him.
Boy.
And it is something that we've had before, so it's not like it's brand new. We picked the same thing.
I know.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So, nose it, and then figure it out. I know some people do a time limit. We're not going to do a time limit at the moment.
We need time.
Let's just got to figure it out, what we think it is, see if anything stands out, and we'll fill in our answers, and we'll show you on screen what our answers are and how we do.
Yes.
So, I'm going to go with the nose. Ooh, man, it's super sweet. It smells like everything else. I don't know. Okay, until I taste, I don't know. I'm starting to narrow my focus.
Okay.
It does smell familiar in a way. Oh man, that was super oaky up front. Got the Kentucky Hug in the back. It tastes familiar. Golly. For the points, within the proof, if we're within 5 points of the proof, we get a point. Within 1, we get 2 points. And then if we hit on the nose, we get 4 points. Proofiness. I don't know if this is quite 100 proof. Ooh. Oh gosh. All right, I'm just going to start. Well, I know the primary grain is corn. That's why it's not worth very many points. Do you get it? Get it right? It's only 1 point.
I'm having trouble with the heat on this one. I can't tell if the heat is a rye, which I would suspect you choose for me, or if it's just a higher proof.
So what we might mean by secondary grain, it would be the higher percentage second grain or third, because there could be 3 or 4 grains in a bourbon, right, or a whiskey, because it doesn't necessarily need to be a bourbon either. So if it's a whiskey, the primary doesn't need to be corn. I'm just saying that odds are it's a bourbon, just based on what we got
Right.
and the way this tastes. So I'm saying corn for my primary grain. For my secondary, I'm going to say rye. Age statement, I don't know. Finished, I don't know. And proof, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to say... I'm going to just write them down. I'm not going to say anything more.
Okay. What does it mean by label?
So like
What's the
the
name
brand,
of
yeah, the brand of
okay.
it. So I know it's hard to. So like with the Scotch, we got a Scotch here, since I know Glenmorangie is a distiller, and then the label might be the 12-year-old or
Oh, I see.
the name of it. I think I've got it. I'm almost. I mean, it's it might be there. Because this is super enjoyable, and I have an idea. There's a sweetness to it and I was leaning one way and then I went another way. So I'll explain it after we figure out what it is.
Yeah, I'm going back and forth as well.
I just figure I gotta pick something. So
I
Okay.
think I got mine.
okay, so here's what I wrote. I'll go over mine. I put 94 proof.
Okay.
Corn is my primary. Rye is my secondary. 4 years aged.
Okay.
I put finished, yes, and I believe it's oaked, double oaked.
Okay. That's funny.
Distiller, Woodford, label, double oak.
Okay. That's funny. Okay, I'll read mine.
Okay,
I think the proof is 100.
Okay.
It's 100 proof. It's a primary grain is rye. Secondary grain is probably malted barley.
okay,
Age stated 4 year.
Okay.
Tried to be safe there. Finished, I said yes, and I said double oaked.
okay,
I was switching between a double oaked and a high rye. I couldn't figure it out. And
okay,
then I just pulled the trigger and I said distiller's old granddad,
okay,
and the label is the bonded,
okay,
the 100 proof.
okay. So I'm interested in the primary rye. So a primary on any bourbon is going to be corn.
Sure.
Okay.
My thing is it possible that it could be something like Bullet isn't a bourbon,
Okay, right.
right?
But then why would you put down the label as?
Because I am lost.
Okay.
Because I'm lost.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going
so,
between double oaked and a high rye.
Okay.
They don't really
Okay.
counter mix. So
All right.
I'm just shooting at everything available.
Okay.
That's it.
So
I see what your point is, though.
to be very funny about this was it.
Hey!
But you missed. I mean, if
I
you,
don't care. I don't care.
So
I got
I'm
the
very.
distiller and the label
That
correct.
was awesome, man. I was just like, wow. He put that after putting a rye as the primary. Why?
Whatever.
Why? That's what confused me. But anyway, yeah, you nailed it. This was it.
Sick.
So that's awesome. That's awesome, man. So, okay, which one?
All right.
If it's the 1920. Oh my gosh.
1892.
I'm not even close. Wow. I'm more impressed now with 1792.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
You were very nice to me with this one.
Okay, well, hey, the proof on this is 93.7. So
Oh, nice.
I'm writing down my actuals.
You're right on.
So 93.7. So that's within a point of it. So that's 2 points for sure. It's not dead on. It's not nose, so that's fine. Okay, so that's 2 points. Primary on this is corn because it's a bourbon. So we may have to look that up actually on some of these. The mash bill.
I should put rye down for the secondary.
I don't know the secondary, and I don't know the age. I don't think there's an age statement on here. It's not finished. I'm not going to get any more points. I might have just 2 points. We'll have the answer sheet.
Yeah,
ready,
we'll have to
filled
look
out
up the other person
for sure,
and have it
and have it ready to go for sure. Yeah. And just because it's not age stated on the bottle, if it's stated within their website, I think we're okay. But
All right, so I was right about the 4-year,
okay.
and yeah, 63% corn, 10% malted barley, so no points there.
Okay.
Um,
What's the first? It's corn and then what?
Corn and then rye.
Okay.
So I should have put rye. down for
Malted
the
barley is the
secondary,
third grain.
because-
Okay.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
And then the age stated I got right.
Right. So that's another 4 points. Jeez.
And then finished, I said yes,
And
double oak,
it's
and it is not.
It is not finished. So there's a no and a no.
And then the distiller is actually Jim Beam. Technically, not Old Granddad.
No, I'll give it to you though, because
Well, I give me the label, not the distiller.
no, I'm gonna give you the distiller too,
Okay.
because I mean that's what I was thinking was Old Granddad. I mean that's on the nose. I mean
Okay.
the distiller, what I mean is the brand, basically
Oh, okay.
like Wild Turkey, or we'll
and then the variation. Is
yeah,
the,
we can take the brand and then the name. I know I got corn right.
So yeah, the proof 93.7. The age statement is not
No age
said
statement.
here, and the mash bill is undisclosed. It's marketed as a high rye, believed to be 15 to 25% rye. That's all I know.
Okay, so I would say yes on that right then.
Okay.
There's no age statement.
No age statement.
Okay, so on the age statement, I put 4-year, but then there is no age statement,
Right.
and yet to be a bourbon, it has to be at least 4 years old or 3 years old, right?
Yeah.
So I think if there's no statement, any answer should give us 3 points. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, that's what it says here. You already have it written down.
Okay.
If no age is actually stated, then you get 3 points.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, and then finish is I got a 0 on that because it's not finished, right?
No, I don't believe so.
So yeah. And then I got the Woodford wrong because this is Barton, right?
Yes, Barton.
Barton, yeah. And 1792. So 0. Barton. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 points.
I got 12.
Nice. the fact that you, I was like,
Well, you picked a give me.
you
really did for me.
The thing is I was thinking, okay, I mean, at some point they seem to all taste alike, right? But then you get these flavors, and you're like me. I definitely was like, this is super sweet. I was like, man, that's almost like, and I get the oakiness. So I thought of Woodford Double Oak is what I
Right.
thought of, and it was super smooth. I'm kind of impressed with 1792 now because I know. I mean, we've done a pretty good job of drinking that down a little bit.
Yeah. It's been slow going.
But it wasn't. But you know what? The hype for me on this was bigger than my reaction to it.
Oh, okay.
The expectation for
That's-
it was
that's
higher
true.
than our reaction.
Yeah.
I was expecting more out of it when I bought it, and then when we reviewed it, it didn't quite meet my expectation. But this was good.
Yeah.
So, that's just it. On any given day, anything it tastes really good.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted something that I thought you would know.
Right.
And so I want you to be able to pick it out. That's the whole idea for us. And the same thing. I mean, it like again, we're picking stuff we've already had,
Right.
so we know the flavors. I think this went pretty good, actually.
Okay.
Gave us some learning curve and
Yeah.
something to pay attention to. I think that's great. For you especially, you got to remember that bourbon is corn and then rye.
Right, I know.
Right.
Like I said, I was just shooting for the fences. I was also thinking about Woodford Double Oak,
Uh-huh.
so I said it was finished, which
Right.
it was not.
Right.
And
See, that's
then-
what I was thinking. My first thought was Old Forester, 1920.
Yeah.
That was my first thought. But no, it's not proofy enough. It wasn't. The proof wasn't there. Now I could tell the proofiness wasn't there. I could tell it wasn't 100 proof. And so my 94 was spot on.
Yeah.
It was really good. So there you go. So Pour Decisions, we'll have our scorecards up and you can see how we did. And again, we're going to be doing this once a month.
Yeah.
First show of the month, whether it's a Wednesday or a Friday, we don't know. Depends on how the dates fall. That's the idea. We may end up doing this as a offshoot. As you know, we've already branched out away from whiskey. If you've been following along, and done some gin. So, anyway, I think our first pour decisions went pretty well.
Yeah, I think so
I
too.
am impressed with us
I think
a
we
little
both
bit.
did better than I thought we would.
I for sure. I was proud of myself for the proof decision.
The proof is great.
The proof decision was like right on, was spot on. I was like, I could tell it wasn't quite 100, and I guess you could tell it was right on 100.
Yeah.
So, and it was a good guess, even no matter what. So I mean, and it was spot on. So for the thing, so again, the corn to me was kind of a given.
Yeah.
Even the rye, I think most bourbons are, the secondary is going to be rye, percentage wise. Whether it's high or not, I don't know.
Right.
But the prominent second grain most likely will be rye.
Right.
Age statement, again, 4 years is pretty, I think a bourbon, any bourbon is 4 years. Am I right on that? Is it 3 years or 4 years?
I believe it's 4 years.
Yeah. So 4 years. We'll make sure we let you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do know.
Yeah.
The finished part is hard. The finished part, the last three are going to be the hardest. Finished, and then what the finish is, distiller and the label, those are going to be the hardest things.
Yeah.
And proof is going to be hard too at certain times, but
Yeah.
it was definitely easier here.
The proof was surprising for
right.
both of us, I think.
Right.
I'm surprised that you got so close.
Oh, I know.
0.3 away.
Yeah, I
from
mean,
the exact.
If these guys could just use a normal rating, we'd been right on.
Yeah.
But this was fun though.
Yeah. it
So
was.
8 to 12. Okay, so Sean's in the lead. So again, let us know what the winner should get and or the loser should have to do. Just leave a comment. Like and subscribe. Shlanta to your health. We'll see you next time on Poor Folks and Poor Decisions.